And we are live here on the LI Sports Network for a heavyweight matchup in this freshman division. The Smithtown Hauppauge Bulls in third place right now, 12-2-1 on the season, 25 points in total, and facing off against them, the East Islip Chiefs, 14-1-0, 28 points. They are in first place. It's the 1 seed, it's the 3 seed, getting towards the end of the season here in the freshman division, and these two teams are squaring off for the second time this year. You ask who won that matchup? Well, it was the Bulls. It was the one time East Islip lost a game this year. That's what's at stake right now. Can East Islip get revenge? Can EI go to 15-1, or will the Bulls pick up a second straight and sweep this season series against another one-place team in the league? Obviously, if the Bulls are able to pull something like that off, they should have oodles of confidence going into the playoffs and whatever may await them there, because at the very least they know they can do anything against any team. They know they have the opportunity to upset no matter what. The last time these teams played was on September 27th, so a very long time ago. At least it feels like that. That score was 4-2 in favor of the Bulls. It's pretty much the only time that EI has even have to play in a really competitive game. They've been so dominant throughout. Smithtown Hauppauge obviously dropping a few more games than EI this year, but when you say a few more, it's the difference of 1-3, and one of those being an overtime loss. So these two teams should be very, very well matched up as we get into the national anthem here on the Long Island Sports Network. Some players to keep your eyes on, to listen for as well. Evan Connors, number 15, leads his team in goals with 19 on the season. Christian Krekow leads his team with 12. Obviously, Connors for EI, Krekow for Smithtown Hauppauge. And looking at the point totals, Jordan Haynes leads East Islip with a total of 44 points. Drew Trevino leads the Bulls with 18. A little bit more depth and well-rounded scoring for the Bulls. Not that EI doesn't have that as well, but they also have the top-end scoring. Obviously, Jordan Haynes, 44 points in a season is absurd. Obviously, you're going to have to shut down number 26 anytime he gets his stick on the puck, as we get 15 minutes onto the clock here at the rinks in Hauppauge. Once again, a heavyweight freshman matchup is on the docket. The number 1 team versus the number 3 team. EI in black and red, the Bulls in their home white jerseys as we get underway here at the rinks. Possession starts off, EI trying to get it out in front early. It's sticked away and taken ahead by Buscarino. Into center ice, the Bulls get it back over the line. Trevino had it, lost it. Now EI will look to flip off out the boards. Good stick tie-up and neutral ice from Trevino. He'll win the puck away. Circles around and feeds it far. Almost had one of his teammates streaking in on the net all alone. That would have been an early dangerous opportunity for these Bulls. Ryan Buscarino puts it in. Shot taken. Save made by Ryan Roscher. Getting the start for EI tonight. Chiefs break out, get it to pass the blue line on the far side. Shot from the perimeter is going to take a big bounce. Lucky that didn't go on net. Would have been hard to track in this dim lighting here at the rinks. Puck taken ahead. Here's Kreekow. Christian Kreekow, that is, obviously joined by his brother Connor Kreekow. Christian, number 85. Connor, number 68. Puck played in front of the net. Now it's going to come down the middle of the ice and past the blue line. EI will chase after it quickly. That's Chris Fowler applying the pressure, first forcing the turnover. DeFalco wasn't able to get the shot off. Now it's wrapped around, and the Bulls look for another breakout. Send it into the neutral zone and straight onto the stick of Lazzarino. Bounce pass off the boards, gets it to DeFalco. He'll allow his team to chip and chase as Jordan Haynes streaking after it. Can't get to the puck as it's wrapped around the boards and held at the far side by Miles Mazzarone. Once again over to DeFalco. Couldn't play the pass off the boards, and it goes over. Lucido out in front of his net. The backhand pass will get it towards the blue line, but not out. A couple more opportunities for the Bulls, and they will clear again. 2 minutes gone by here in the first period. Opportunity maybe upcoming from Mazzarone. He was dancing into the slot, then had it ripped off his stick. Lemaire tries the hole on the near boards, gets bumped into by Kreekow, a big body. Not exactly the guy you want to look up and see. Kersher will get it in deep, tips around him. EI stick battle along the boards. It will come a little bit deeper into their zone, but they'll have time and space to play it around. Andrew Lemaire twisting it to the far side, tipped ahead a little bit forward, but still held in by the Bulls. At the far side, now belonging to Costa. His shot saved by Ryan Rauscher. Second time he was tested today. Dancing across the blue line and holding it in. Costa gets it in deep. Puck now held up once again on the far boards. Players battling for it there. Somehow Costa comes away with it. And cleared again. Hayes on the backhand, looks for the centering pass, blocked out in front by Andrew Lemaire. Shot from the point, Kersher had it blocked by his skate. Takes a bounce over to the boards. Bulls will fight for it again. Look to get it back to Kersher. It's just barely past him and will go 200 feet. Referees will enforce an icing, and we'll get our first pause of the day. 11:42 to play in the opening period. Good opportunities for both sides to start off. I feel like play has been very balanced, as I'm sure everyone expected it to be. Be awkward if one of these teams ran away with an early lead. At least that's what the standings would indicate, that these two teams should be very evenly matched. Avlonitis took a bump. Bulls take it away from him because of it. Skate it back into their own zone. Controlled by Lucido. His pass tape to tape to the far side and then carried forward by Kachin. Kachin feeds it back to the far point. Held in on the backhand by Lucido. Now it comes past him. EI almost into a 2-on-1, but it was a little bit too far away. Puck comes back into the neutral zone. Nice step up for Joseph Barbarito, the son of the head coach. Obviously Coach Barbarito for East Islip, the freshman team that is. Always good to have a father-son duo on the bench. Pass across, intended for Hayes in the right circle. Definitely would have had some net to shoot out. Ryan Rauscher would have needed to make a grade A save in order to shut it down. EI looking for the clear. Comes back deep into their zone. Rauscher tracking it. Opportunity to play it off the boards and through the neutral zone. And it does get there to the red line. Carried forward now by Liam Vanstein. Benstock with room. His shot interrupted partially by his stick. Still flutters in onto net. Rauscher puts it aside. Now his team come back the other way up the right. Good dangles. Fowler trying to play it out in front. They're poking at it. And it looks like the first big stop for Sean Wolgamuth. As we'll get another pause. 10:13 remaining in the period. Face off. Connors keeps it in, giving it down low. Evan Connors now chasing after it. Make that Clark actually. Back into their own end. EI looking for some clean possession. They've had a few problems so far this game getting it past the blue line. Once again, it gets put deep into their own zone. Liam Lazzarino had it, gives it to Clark, wrapped around the boards, now on the near side. Ben Troix with the room, and he'll lift it into neutral ice. A trip in the neutral zone. Referees will see that, and it looks like we'll have our first penalty upcoming. Let's see if they can do anything before that, as Haynes has it on his stick, puts it out in front, still loose in the slot. The one-timer blocked. EI looks like they'll still have it. The referees will call the touch-up, and we will go to our first power play of the day. 9:22 left in the first period. Big opportunity upcoming. Anytime you have two very evenly matched teams, games usually get decided in the special team area. Blaszczuk will come out for the face-off. Obviously, with the way that the Bulls have been playing in the neutral zone, it's probably going to be hard for EI to break back in so they don't get control, but they do get it to Lazzarino at the blue line, sends it to the far side. Puck in the right circle. Broken up, and now the Bulls have a 2-on-1 opportunity if they go quickly. Skated ahead. Here's Krekow. His shot going to go off. Puck gets wrapped around the boards. Now EI trying to make this into a track meet as they quickly race it up the other side. Do get it past the blue line. Now it's held in by Kearney, but we're going to get another whistle from the referees. Offsides the call. Stays a power play for the Chiefs. Bulls doing a good job clearing so far as they get another one down into the corner. Rauscher comes out for it and leaves it behind for Lemaire. We'll start the quarterback on this power play, quickly saucing it ahead, almost onto the tape of Fowler. No icing on the play. Haynes first to it, gets it to Blaszczuk, set towards the middle and broken up. Bulls looking for it. Haynes touches it and still gets whacked past the blue line. Lemaire back in the neutral zone, sends it to the far side, and then another offside's called. A little miscommunication between those two EI teammates on the far side. I believe it was Lemaire and Keeley. Sorry, make that Kyle Kearney there. Barbarito past the blue line, putting it towards the middle. Haynes was there, instead it ends up on the far side. Barbarito again, his shot interrupted and deflects high. Good defensive game coming out from the Bulls right now, really showing what they can do on the PK. Those were a couple of seam passes, and no one got fooled by it. No one got too angsty about it. Here comes Haynes. Haynes in a 2-on-1. His shot saved and covered up. .32 seconds left on the penalty. Face off, looks to be controlled and played out and towards the middle. Lemaire lining up for the one-timer. His drive saved again. Puck will bounce into the left wing corner. Clear attempted on the near boards, but Lemaire is able to stop it. Haynes backhands it into the crease. Loosens some skates right now. Bulls searching for it. EI gets the poke on it, and then it's shut down once again by Wolgamuth. .13 seconds left on the penalty. 7:34 to play in the period. They score! Out in front, quickly off the face-off. EI gets it in and goes up one. As we'll take a look at that here on the replay. Great opportunity set up off the face-off. That's why face-off wins are so important as we come back to live. 7:30 to play in the period. Blaszczuk on this draw will get it back. Clark bumped into the boards and will take a little spill on the far side. Gets right back up. Bulls like what they saw. Goaltender Tyler Thomas giving his team a little bit of motivation. Obviously, watching Sean Wolgamuth get the start today, but Thomas a great goalie in and of itself. Really a 1 and 2 option for the Bulls. Always a great thing to have as a coach, getting to choose which goalie that you play. Obviously, it can be just the difference between a good practice and a great practice of who gets the start, or just even splitting it up evenly. We'll get an offsides called here from the referees. 6:56 to play in the period. Ackerman with it, his shot off to the left. Rebounds around the board, skated onto and controlled now by the Bulls. Pardini will get it in deep, looks to ream it back the other way, held in at the blue line for now, and then off the padding of Van Steen and out. Ackerman with it again, rifles it forward onto the tape of his teammate Vincent Salido. Loses out quickly. Now EI has the chance to go back the other way. Some good contact in the neutral zone will strip the puck off the stick of Miles Mazzarone. EI trying to control possession, send it off the boards. Onto it is Kearney. EI wrapping around down low. Barbarito chasing after it. First one to the puck, though, is Benstock. Barbarito wins it away. Sauces it over one stick and then will eventually get past the blue line thanks to Alex Walsh. That was almost a dangerous opportunity for the Bulls to try to tie this game up 1-1. Nice strip away there for EI. And it goes right back to Losito. Tape-to-tape pass. It works its way to Creekow. Interrupted. Kelly past the blue line. Kelly getting back checked, looking to just send it to the opposite side. Does send it into space. Mazzarone there for it. Mazzarone lost it. It's along the far boards. Not clear just yet. And a good little deke right there from Losito will get it past. Losito still with some momentum into the left circle. Dragging around with his backhand. Getting on that edge of his skate. And it's poked away. Not clear just yet. Takes a hit off of one Bulls player. Basile holds it. Comes back to Blaszczuk. He'll try it off the glass. Basile holds it again. Now will skate it himself towards the slot. Stripped away and ends up with Benstock. He'll try to duke around Haynes, but Haynes gets the better of him. Joined by Kelly. A backhand to Blaszczuk. Spears it forward and it's out of the zone. Should go down for an icing. Referees will call it and we will pause. 4:46 to play in the first period. 1-0 the score, East Islip. Scoring that on a power play opportunity. Haynes back out onto the ice. Obviously, he was a player that I talked a little bit about in the pregame, leading his team with a total of 44 points. Not the leading goal scorer, though. That title currently belongs to Evan Connors, almost dropping 20 on the season. Couple of strides for Chris Fowler. Looks like he was going to break in front of the pack, but stripped at the last moment. Now it's tipped around and some room for Buscarino. Buscarino, he'll wrap around the net this time. Puts it out in front. Basile will skate onto it. Loading up for the one-timer. It's blocked. Tough play from EI, and they'll clear off of it. 4:15 to play in the first. Now EI turning defense into offense. Haynes is there for the pass. Instead, the shot goes high into the glass, bounces into the left wing corner. Lemaire playing oversight, not going to get an opportunity though as Buscarino taps it ahead to his teammate Fowler. Fowler getting it, and offsides. Had a few offsides. Players got to be a little careful with that one. Referees, they do see everything. They're going to call it every time. You just got to make sure you're dragging either that left or right skate behind. Obviously, it can get a little bit more complicated than that. You can be past the blue line as long as you have clear possession of the puck. That's one that throws people off sometimes. I know I've been tricked by that once or twice. You're at a hockey game, think your team's going to get an offsides call, then it turns out, nope, the guy that was offside or that was past the blue line was controlling the puck. Unfortunate. Happens, though. 3:42 to play in the first period. EI get another swift clear, comes back over to DeBow in the neutral zone, loses it out. Kearney with it again. Kyle Kearney gets it ripped off his stick by Buscarino. He tries to power into the offensive end. Buscarino with Kircher. Now he'll wrap around the net, putting it out in front to the slot. No shot taken just yet from the Bulls. They put it through the blue paint, and it reaches the far side without being harmed. Shot from the slot. Now loose in the, or shot from the far point, now loose in the slot, and it's taken away and cleared by Chris Blaszczuk. Held up at the far point. Kircher gets it, then called off sides, has to reset. Puck comes back to DeBow. Instantly pressured, finds it to Trevino. Observing in his own defensive end, looking for some passing outlets. Tries to sauce it, but it's intercepted. Now Kelly has it. Kelly, his shot right into the glove of Wolgamuth, and he'll stop play with 2:49 remaining in the first period. Robbie Straub into the dot for EI. Gets it into the left wing corner, but that's Basile's territory right now. He'll wrap it behind his own net. Turnover gets put in front of his own slot. Luckily, no one was there for EI. Comes all the way back into their own zone. Blaszczuk trying to clear quickly, gets bumped into. A turnover leads to a shot from Krekow. Whistles wide to the left. EI had an opportunity to clear. Instead, it gets circled down low again. Krekow onto it. His backhand lifted up. Save made by Rauscher. Puck still loose. EI have it. Some options to clear. Turned over again. This time it's Connor Krekow. Both Krekows out there at the same time. Now Lemaire does it himself. Lemaire skating it forward. Only has Basile to beat. Gets past him, but that contact will send him into the boards. Loses his edge. Nice turnover for EI. Chris Fowler dangling. Chris Fowler through contact. Couldn't get the pass off. Now it is cleared. Back out from Liam Lazzarone. Sorry, Lazzarino. Krekow has it. Christian Krekow, his shot brother right in front of the crease, but good rebound control from Rauscher. Chris Fowler with it again. Turnover, shot on goal, and Rauscher there for it again. Lazzarino plays it on the backhand forward, not out just yet. Basile holds, looks to rim it around the boards, sends Connor Krekow chasing after it, gets it in the right wing corner, puts it out in front, and EI are there for it. 1:16 to play in the first period. The Bulls buzzing right now in the offensive end. As I say that, it's taken the other way by the most dangerous player on the ice. Here comes Haynes, putting it out in front and shut down by Wolgamuth. 1:06 to play in the first period. Still a 1-0 for EI. Coming off the power play, the Bulls would obviously love an opportunity to get onto the power play themselves, but the team coached by Barbarito staying out of the box so far. Off the face-off again, empty net, they score! Once again off the face-off, EI find their second. As we'll take a replay of that here on the LI Sports Network. You can see the end of that play, the puck loose right there in front. They score, they know it. Wolgamuth not able to get over in time, but it was kind of a blown-up play. Not much he can do about it. Less than a minute to play in the first. EI up 2-0 so far. Both goals coming off the face-off. One goal on the power play, the other 5-on-5. Period doesn't, or the score I should say, doesn't really reflect how close this period was. Puck is played all the way back into EI's end. Rauscher knows it will be an offsides. The referees agree with him. 40 seconds left in the first. Chris Blaszczuk to take the draw for his team. Gets it out in front. EI really buzzing off these set pieces. Haynes will send it to the far side. Lazzarino holds it in, skating it down the wall. Drops it off. Looking for one last opportunity. 26 seconds. Shot taken. Blocked out in front. Lemaire didn't get exactly as much wood as he wanted to on it. Logan Kircher past the blue line, gets interrupted. Now it's swept forward by Haynes. He can't get it past Costa. Another bump at the boards. Everyone gets back up quickly. And that will do it for the first. 2-0 the score. East Islip on top after the first frame. We'll be right back here on the Long Island Sports Network. And we are back for the second period. EI up by 2 after 15, looking to stay on top. Only lost one game all season. That game was to the Bulls, looking for revenge now. The Bulls trying to sweep the season series. Hard task considering where they're starting from right now. Kearney gets it in deep, picked up by Lucido. He'll wrap around his own net into the right wing corner, puts it along the boards and cleared out by the Bulls. Haynes battling for it, loses it to Blaszczuk, now joins. Put past the blue line, Blaszczuk will chase after it. Kyle Kearney gets to it first along the boards. He'll tap it ahead towards the point. Lemaire swoops it around in deep. Blaszczuk picks it up on the backhand, carrying across the red line, puts it towards the slot. Shot taken. Wolgamuth, the glove save. 14:24 left to play in the second period. Line changes will be made by East Islip. Bulls will keep everyone out there. Coming into the dot, leading point producer for his team, Jordan Haynes on the tie-up, pokes it down low. Shot taken, Wolgamuth the save. He didn't know where it was for a second, looked for it. Luckily for him, his defense had it, and they're getting it towards the blue line and out. Back for Clark, wraps it in off the backhand. Down low, will be chased after by Chris Fowler, looking over his shoulder the whole time to know where Haynes is, but couldn't get to the puck first. Hayes gets it past the blue line himself. Hayes, his wrister, blocked and goes against the end boards, almost out of the zone, and will clear now. Haynes with room to skate up the left side. Deep move to his right, cutting across to the right still, looking for some passing options. Holds up in the right circle and gets pushed into the board, still strong on his stick. Haynes still no help, and it will eventually be cleared out by the Bulls. Haynes on the reset now. Stick battling, looking for the shot, actually fed it back door, was almost tapped in. Got a nice reaction on the other side from head coach Barbarito. Knew that was a great opportunity for his team. Basile, some nice deep moves in the neutral zone. Basile past the blue line, lifts it ahead, chips and chase, swoops it in on the backhand. Bulls can't hold it in though. Basile with a great shift so far. Now the Bulls looking for some changes. Haynes gets it back. Tape to tape over to Keller. Keller dancing towards the slot, his stick tied up, and then he'll lose a tire, goes below the red line. Puck somehow bouncing into the slot right there. Now it's taken away cleanly. Avlonidis dropping it off. Here's Trevino. Trevino on the backhand, driving towards the net, puts it into the blue paint through the legs of Rauscher, but no one was there for it. On the rebound, they score. 2-1, we got ourselves a game. As you can see that just go in right there, the elation. 1 goal game now. This freshman matchup really delivering. Pass out in front, Blaszczuk, the shot. Saved by Wolgamuth, they keep it in on the far side. Another wrist shot taken, bouncing around, not dead yet. The wrap around the net can't feed anyone out in front. Bulls finally find the clear. Avlonidis gets it deep into the left wing corner. Now we'll battle against Kelly. Put around to the far side, kicked a little bit further. EI reclaim. Past the blue line. Had it and dumping it in is Walsh, letting his team make some changes behind him. 2-1 game here in Hauppauge. EI with a lot of pressure right now. Blaszczuk keeping it in deep. Clark gets it in the neutral zone. Whacked at by Krikow. Now will take a hit from the other brother, but does get it in. Not for long. Quick move for the Bulls. They'll get it towards the opposite blue line, then called offsides. Blaszczuk getting pressured, gets it down low for Kelly. He'll rim it around. Chance to be played out. Van Steen can't clear, then gets some supports lifted high and into the offensive end. Dylan Pardini, good edge work. Twists it to the far side. Christian Krikow there for it, battling. Can't get it past Blaszczuk. Then it's poked ahead a little bit farther. We might have a breakaway upcoming. Was on the stick of Taylor Mitchell. Just not enough speed to get there, and we have a penalty upcoming now. 10 minutes left in the second period. We got a second power play for East Islip. Connor Krikow into the box for 2 minutes. EI to another power play, trying to make it a 3-1 game. Reclaim their 2-goal lead. At the blue line, Kelly's shot saved. Haynes off the draw, trying to play it back to Kelly. Goes over to Lemaire. He'll put it off the boards. Not deep enough, though. Good stick battle. Haynes dragging it into the slot. His shot goes wide to the left. Off the end boards. DeBow scoops it up. He tries to get it out of the zone, but it's held in by Kelly. Down low for Blaszczuk. His backhand tried to put it in front. Get 30 seconds gone by on the power play. Haynes in the left wing corner. Haynes fires. Kelly. Little hard time with the pass. Gives it back over to Haynes. Does settle it instantly. Haynes to the slot. One-timer. Blocked. Skating onto it is Kelly. The rebound. His shot saved. Rebound. He scores. A second power play goal here in Hauppauge, and EI take a 3-1 lead. Persistence from Kelly down low. That's how he gets his goal. Balloons this lead back to 2. 9:12 to play in the first, or make that second period, actually. As we get Costa chased from the dot. DeBow will step in to take his place. Make that Solito, actually, coming in for the draw. 3-1 the score, 2 power play goals for EI. Shot taken, save made by Rauscher. Clark trying to get it out. Held him and put past him by Pardini, then Clark ties up sticks. 8:50 to play in the second period. Puck still behind the net. Some intense stick battling. Clark chasing after it. First one onto it, though, is Costa. He'll play it towards the net. Takes a couple of bounces, then ends up on the stick of Kearney. He is able to clear. Flying back is Pardini. Comes in on the backhand, trying to settle a rolling puck. Puts it towards the boards for Ackerman. Pressured. His drag move will get around one. Now dicing it up towards the blue line. Able to clear it all by himself. Clark takes it away, though. Clark against Costa. Gets it to Blaszczuk. He'll tip it around into the offensive end. Back forward is Kersher. Pressured and taken away by Kearney. Trying to get it into the blue paint. And swinging in to save the day is Solito. Ackerman. Speed. Not past Clark, though. Holds him up on the near board. Now Clark with the chance to clear. Held in by Ackerman. He'll try to drag around Clark, who gets the better of him a second time. Ackerman pushes into the boards. Now we got a couple of players down towards the ice. Puck still retained on the near walls. Finally squirting free and somehow still held in by Pardini. His effort wasted, though, as it comes all the way down the ice. Referees call an icing with 7:40 to play in the second frame. Looks like we're getting a quick pause right here. Referees going over to talk with the scoring table. Face off, put into the far corner. Bulls keep it in, put it out in front. Rauscher tracking it. He'll ramp it over his pads and allow Lemaire to try to clear. Held in by Basile, then whacked away. EI do get it out. Lemaire joining the rush. Lemaire on the forehand. His shot gloved down by Wolgamuth. Puck in the slot. Basile able to play it away. Justin Basile, some good moves getting it into the neutral zone. Basile then gets his stick tied up. Good defensive work from number 98, Robbie Schraub. Walsh, a tap pass back to Kelly, the most recent goal belonging to Kelly. He'll try to rifle it off the boards. Held in at the blue line. Basile needs to check up. EI won't be able to force them off sides, and they end up playing the puck lightly past the blue line. Flying into it, Alex Walsh keeping this play alive. Walsh driving on his backhand, gets it to the far side, trying to find a centering pass, is intercepted and now skated forward by Hayes. Jake Hayes, a wrister, blocked by Lemaire. Lemaire bumps Hayes off the puck, now allows his team to take it back. Chris Fowler and Hayes flying forward. Lemaire past the blue line, trying to dump it towards the slot, intercepted by Katchen. Katchen swarmed by 3 black shirts, they keep it in. Playing it towards the goal now, down below the back end. Kearney to the blue line. Kelly sweeping it towards Basile, who easily plays it towards Hayes, gets it past the blue line. Hayes still somehow battling through it, absorbing that contact, still with the puck on the boards. His shot goes barely behind the net. Twists around, far side. Sweeping at the puck was Fowler, gets towards the blue line, not out just yet. Everyone jabbing at it. EI get a second chance to clear, once again held in by Benstock. Walks down the wall, feeds it down low, gets the return pass, and it's pushed aside by Fowler on the rebound. Now the shot's blocked out in front, and EI will clear. Skating into a 2-on-1 if they have the speed, but Bulls got back in time. Fowler will go past the blue line, but called off sides with 5:22 to play in the second period. 3-1, still the score for EI, getting 2 of their goals off the power play. Off the draw, Bulls get it forward. Nice stick check from Blaszczuk, interrupts the momentum. Comes back to Kircher, D-to-D pass over to DeBow. Looks for an angle off the boards, intercepted and played back the other way. Kearney gets tied up. Trevino taps it past the blue line. Trevino now getting it over. 2-on-1 developing down low. Trevino out in front, and I don't think he ever got the shot off. Good defensive work from Lazzarino, who cleared himself. Lazzarino chipping into a 3-on-1, still taking it forward. His shot, he scores! What a goal from Lazzarino. As we'll take a replay of that here on the LI Sports Network. Waving off 2 players in the 3-on-1 from the wrister, beats it 5-hole, and makes it a 4-1 contest. Now with a 3-goal lead, their biggest of the night, putting the Bulls even into a worse spot. Bulls were down 2-1 coming into the period. 2-0 actually. They battled back a little bit, but now EI have put up another 2. Blaszczuk looking for Lemaire, gets it to him. Lemaire will twist it around to the far side. Kearney with it. Kearney not out. Bulls with a little bit of momentum, then it's scooped away by Lemaire on the backhand, now chasing after it. Allows Blaszczuk to skate onto it. The back pass over to Vanstein. His shot, big rebound, and Ono's tucked in. EI could have made it 5 right there. Bulls do get the clear. Back into the midst of Vanstein. He wheels towards the far boards, tipping around one defender now. Vanstein chases after it into the corner, puts it out in front, and Blaszczuk couldn't get a stick on it. 4 minutes left to play in the second period. Vanstein puts it off the goal, takes a big bounce, ends up in front somehow. Fowler whacking at it, comes to Lemaire. Nice deke for him into the circle. The backhander sails through the entire slot. These centering passes from EI are dangerous, and it feels like anyone on the ice can get it done. Feed back to Lemaire, has trouble with it, holds it at the blue line. Referees say play on. Everyone's on sides. Down low, Kearney battling. Kearney twisting to the backhand, then gets the puck ripped away. The Bulls have a lane to clear. Kearney will interrupt it. Puts it back in again. Blaszczuk to chase after it. Has Basile coming in for the shove. Basile missing his mark. Now Kelly keeps it in. Actually blocked up high, but not out by Buscarino. Down low, the Bulls losing some numbers, centered out again, and luckily Trevino was there for it. Good move for Trevino. Now he has some speed going forward. Fresh legs onto the ice. Trevino gets taken down, and that will be a penalty upcoming. Bulls will be 6-on-5 for the time being. With the captain, Pardini plays it to the blue line. Buscarino sweeps it in. Clark looking for the checkup, will get it, but we will go to our first Bulls power play of the day with 2:45 to play in the middle frame. Bulls looking for a much-needed goal on their first power play attempt. They've given a few over to EI so far, and East Islip, well, they've been better for it. Wrapped around and instantly played out. Puck should go 200 feet. Dylan DeBow gets onto it. DeBow sends it ahead. Controlled now by Taylor Mitchell. Sauces it to the far side. Taken ahead by Kreekow. Leaves it at the blue line. His team forces it a little bit further, but Lemaire's the first onto the puck. He twists it around the boards. Comes to DeBow, holds in. Sends it back the other way. Lemaire gets it again, tapping it, but Mitchell will look for the center. Oh, that was dangerous as Connor Kreekow had a lot of white to shoot at, but a puck is fanned on and taken away by Haynes. Haynes looked like he'll line up, instead looks for the wrist shot. That will go wide to the right and taken instantly back by the Bulls. 1 minute gone by in the power play, 1 minute left. Locido, right circle, his shot interrupted, hits off the high glass and stays in play. Nice stick battle on the near boards. Swept forward, held in, Kreekow, a shot blocked in front. Lemaire will slap it all the way down the ice. Locido with it again, gives it over. Lemaire to clear again. Barely stays in play. That looked like it was going to elevate into the bench for a second. Forces Dylan DeBow back on his heels. He'll wrap it around the boards. It's another turnover. Lazzarino holds, and fires once again down to the end boards. Jordan Haynes now in on the forecheck. Bulls getting hemmed into their own end. Still up a man for the next 20 seconds. Give it away. Blaszczuk looking for the shot. Gives it to Haynes. Sends it towards the blue line. Held in by Lemaire. Looks for the one-timer. Straight into the glove of Wolgemuth. And we'll get a pause. Not exactly how the Bulls want to be spending their power play, but obviously they don't want to give up another goal. That's their priority right now. 12 seconds left, up a man. 57 seconds left in the period. Less than 10 on the power play. Bulls do have possession. Could get one more rush going. Lemaire shuts that dream down with a backhander that sweeps around the boards. Bulls look to reset. Not a lot of time left to work in the period, but one late goal could definitely change the outlook of the game. Enough space is given on the ice that really any team could score 2 or 3 in any given 15-minute stretch. Bulls still hemmed in. Costa with it right now. Wraps around his own net. Looks to get it up and out, but it's once again spit in deep. 20 seconds left in the period. The captain will get it past the blue line. I say that, it's held up at the far point and almost went through the legs of Wolgamuth. Would have been a light goal to give up, but Wolgamuth doesn't give up goals like that. And he'll shut play down with 8 seconds left in the second period. Blashuk into the draw. Looking for the centering pass with Haynes. Blashuk skates back onto it. Held in. One last shot taken. Oh, Barbarito almost had an open look right there. With that, we'll send it over to the second intermission of today and be back with the final 15 minutes of regulation here on the Long Island Sports Network. As we come back for the third period, we got a little international love right now. Paul Fowler, the father of Chris Fowler, joining all the way from Japan. I can't even imagine what time it is over there. I don't know if I would be awake, but then again, I don't have a son just yet, so I'll make that decision when I do have a son playing hockey, and maybe that will be on the Suffolk County High School Hockey League as well. But obviously, always love to send parents their videos of their sons, daughters playing hockey. That's what this is all about here on the LI Sports Network, no matter what level it is. We just love broadcasting hockey, and we love that all of you love watching it. We can be just a little bit of all of your child's career and their love of their sport. 15 minutes left in the third period. We'll get the puck dropped again. A heavyweight matchup in the freshman division. The number 1 team, East Islip, the number 3 team, Smithtown Hauppauge. The only loss East Islip has taken all season was against the Bulls, looking for revenge right now. They're well positioned to do it thus far, up 4-1. Puck wrapped around the boards on the near side, held in by Kelly, tipped around, and now Kreekow will break out. Sending it to the far side. Numbers for the Bulls. Put it towards the middle, and a diving block from Lemaire shuts down the opportunity. Bulls with Lucido. His wrist shot blocked in front by Kreekow. Looked like he was trying to deflect it, but it went wide to the left. Kreekow with a bump. Levels a player towards the ice. Pass ramps off the stick of Christian Kreekow, but not past the blue line. Changes hands a couple more times. Now it's his brother. Kreekow is trying to look for some offense, but the puck is taken away by Lemaire, lifted out of the zone, and now comes to DeFalco. He'll send in deep. First one onto it is Dylan DeBow, instantly checked and pressured by Mazzarone. Does get it by him. The Bulls looking to get it past the blue line and do. Potential 2-on-1, but Lazzarino says no to that right away. Here's Trevino, saucing it over to Ackerman. Collects on the near side, brings it back into his zone, sends it to the far side. Hits off the skates, and Karams towards Clark, beat out by Pardini. Pardini putting it towards the middle, and I think it was blocked before it even got there. EI could have numbers going back the other way. 3-on-2 developing. Make it a 2-on-2 right now with 2 players trailing the play. Haynes puts it towards the middle, and it's swept away towards the boards. Kircher trying to drag it around 1. Kircher gets it over. With room, Salido puts it on net, and the save is made by Rauscher. Little shout out in the comment section as well. Grandparents watching from Quebec, also love to hear that. I'm sure they're happy about the most recent Four Nations results, although the people in States not as much. A big one-timer out in front goes wide from Solito. Back towards the slot. EI get a stick on it, but Kircher holds it in, tapping it a little bit lower. Right circle. Kircher's open for it, then Zed gets played to the other side. Does it get kept in? Referees say yes, play on. Pardini, tap pass down low, taken away again by Clark. Could spring into a one-on-one. Here comes Miles Mazzarone with some speed. The poke check from behind. Great defensive play from Logan Kircher. Now the Bulls will clear, setting it 200 feet. Rauscher sends it far out, back into the neutral zone. The pass intended for number 52, Alex Walsh. Never really got to him, and it's held in, though, and shot taken. On the rebound, another opportunity. Deflects out in front and dribbled just wide to the right. As we'll get a whistle from the referees. It's like Alex Walsh was a little held up on the play. Walsh will skate over to the sideline. Looks like we'll get another power play upcoming for EI. Could make it 5-1 right now. That'd be a crippling goal. And this is going to be a big test for the Bulls PK. Blaszczuk will start it off and instantly taken away and skated out. Some good deep moves. Jake Hayes coming in on net. Jake Hayes, his shot saved. Rauscher shutting it down. Puts it around the boards instantly. Bulls could hold in at the far side. Good defensive work from Benstock. Gets it on his stick again. EI trying to poke it free. Hayes comes back into the play, loses it out. Now it's skated ahead by Kearney. Passing it over to his left. Has Blaszczuk. Pushed off the puck by Basile. He'll try to feed it back to the blue line. Barely held in from Lazzarino. Circles it down low. Blaszczuk collects below the goal line. Looking to elevate it. Gets it over to Kearney. Kearney, a backhander. Finds Lazzarino in the slot. Straight away. His shot saved. Rebound loose. Everyone's digging at it. Goes into the back of the net. They score. As we'll take a replay of that. Going to be hard to track the puck, that's for sure. But EI once again gets it done on the power play. So hard to see as it's lost in so many bodies, but eventually tipped forward. I believe that's going to be a goal credit over to Blaszczuk. Puck lost on the near boards, found by Fowler. Passing it back towards the boards. Had a teammate there as Bentrowicz. Gets by him, though. Lemaire will be told to go towards the puck. Good communication from him and Kelly. Tries to put it off the boards to Bentrowicz at the blue line. Now skated ahead by Haynes. Jordan Haynes looking to make something happen. Held in. Lemaire driving one-timer off to the right. Centering pass from Haynes, tipped in front, and there to clear it away is Taylor Mitchell. EI almost holding it in at the blue with Bentrowicz. Instead, it's Buscarino. Buscarino puts it to the far side, played further ahead by Mitchell. Back to Buscarino, past the blue. Buscarino around Lemaire, looking for the centering pass, hits off the backside of the goal. 10:35 to play in the third period. 5-1 the score in favor of EI. Firmly in control of the game against the third best team in the freshman league. Just shows how good EI have been all year. And referees will get an easy offsides call. 10:20 to play in the third. On the tie-up, the puck will come into the O-zone for EI. Question is, can they hold? Blaszczuk says yes. Gets it down low to Kircher. He battles. Blaszczuk comes on to it. EI get it back to Kelly. His shot off to the left. Blaszczuk trying to redirect it out in front. EI battle at the far point. Gets by them. Potential chance for Christian Kriekhouse. Sharp angle. His shot snapped too high. Karams all the way around and out. Kearney. Nice pull up on the skates. Looking towards the slot. Not seeing anyone just yet. Getting the attention of three different players. Feeds it down low to Van Steen. will get the puck on net, but not in the back of it. And once again, we'll freeze, this time with 9:38 remaining in regulation. Puck dropped over to the right of Wolgamuth. His team trying to play it out for him. It comes straight onto the stick of Lucido. He'll play it forward. Krikow to his brother, or make it Trevino. Krikow on the back door, puts it home. Trevino over to Krikow, and that's how the Bulls will find two. Smithtown Hauppauge trying to make this a game yet. Still time. 9:25 left in regulation. Bulls again get it past the blue line. This time it's controlled by Avlonidis. Trying to dance it into the slot. Avlonidis passing it to the far point now. Hemmed in around the boards. Krikow lifting some sticks, allows Trevino to skate onto it, feeds Lucido. Winding up for the shot. Instead, he'll put it back the way it came. Down low, swept ahead. Liam Lazzarino looks for the clear and does get it out. Ahead for Walsh. His shot easily blockered aside by Wolgamuth. Puck put to the far side. Now it's an easy breakout for the Bulls. A lead man forward. Here's Krikow trying to get in one-on-one. Krikow to the backhand. Fanned on the shot. Clark comes in to stop him. Second opportunity for the Bulls. They put it out in front. It goes! Make it 5-3, and this game is getting close quickly. Obviously, the puck just taking a couple of awkward bounces, but the Bulls are all the better for it. Costa, quick shot off to the right. Straight onto it. Matthew Ackerman dancing around on these boards, trying to feed it to Kirscher. It gets by him off a firm pass, and EI do clear. Pardini searching for a pass forward, gets a second chance, now a third chance. Finally, Pardini feeds it ahead for Ackerman, sweeps it in off the end boards, takes a bounce favorable to EI. They set up a clearing chance off of it and do get it past the blue. Costa with one man on, Blaszczuk feeds it over to the far side with Pardini, gets around Blaszczuk, sweeps it ahead. Costa a tap pass, then taken by Ackerman. Ackerman with numbers, gunning in on net. His shot off to the left. Comes around, Kircher taps it down low again. First one to it, Matthew Ackerman. Getting into the right circle, his shot blocked. Puck loose at the far side, Bulls have two for it first. Costa gets it at the far point. Costa sweeps it in. Ackerman onto it again. Using his physicality and a bump to get it to the right circle. Ackerman turning around for a shot, hits off the near side. Looking for the centering pass was Salido. Puck gets swept down low and now cleared 200 feet. Should go down for an icing, but at least EI get a chance to reset. The Bulls firmly have momentum behind them. .7:12 left in the third period. 5-3 the score. The last two tallies belonging to Smithtown Hauppauge. Basile was winding up for a one-timer. Obviously, he can really rip it. Put it out in front, and Kelly backhands it away from danger. Now Itai tap it forward, potentially having numbers here. It's Haynes on the puck. Haynes a shot loose in the post and hits off, I think, both. Somehow not going in. Haynes looking to just get it as far away from trouble as possible. Wolgamuth tries to slow down the process. Basile restraining on the boards. Basile had it, plays it forward, kept in for now, and swept ahead by Kelly. Kelly looking to hold it in on the near point once again. Instead, he's in a foot race with Hayes. Hayes trying to drag around the puck from his backhand. Didn't have enough strength. Bulls offsides right now. They need to reset, giving EI time to think about what they want to do. Of course, they'll give it to Jordan Haynes. Jordan Haynes through some traffic already into the high slot. Dangling off to the right. At the goal line, now trying to push it a little bit further. Haynes wrapping, feeding, has Kelly. Kelly dancing onto it. Can't get it around the aggressive checks from Andrew Katchen. Comes out in front again. This shot saved. EI still on the offensive end. Down low to the goal line. Haynes out in front. They put it into the crease, and a great save made by Wolgamuth. Not clear just yet. Walsh has options. Feeds it to the far side. EI with another great opportunity. Haynes out in front. Gets the feed. Walsh pushes it in. Make it 6-3, and EI took the momentum back on that shift and found a goal. You can see Walsh just stick on the ice, ready for when the puck comes to him. Makes no mistake. Krekow back with it. His shot blocked by Clark. Looks like he's hobbling a little bit after taking a bunch of Krekow's stick into his leg. Gives it over to Lemaire. Looks for Kearney. Taps it into the neutral zone. Mazzarone almost dragged that one into a one-on-one with the goaltender. Bulls find a way back into the offensive end. Then it's spit right back out. Played almost into the stands. Dylan DeBow was just trying to get it as deep as possible. Pasquarino with room up the left side. Sends it towards the middle. Krekow got it onto his stick but couldn't get the shot off in time. EI comes in with tons of pressure, and eventually Lemaire gets to the halfway point and just puts the puck deep. After it is Blaszczuk, ridden into the boards, now getting some support from Kearney. 4 players all there restraining the puck along the boards. Puck still there, and Blaszczuk puts it to the far side. Barbarito with it, playing it towards net, bouncing around, loose in the slot, play towards net, open goal, and they score. As we'll take a replay of that here on the LI Sports Network. Again, EI, they know well, just putting pucks in front of the net will lead to good things, and that's a prime example of why it wasn't a pretty play. But if it leads to a goal, does it really matter? 4:34 left in regulation. Once again, a 4-goal lead for EI. They're up 7-3. Drew Trevino dropping it off. Room, shot saved by Rauscher. Basile on the one-timer, another blocker save. Karams to the near boards. Kersher gets it in the neutral zone, trying to send it ahead. Instead, it ends up with Mazzarino. He'll lift it in deep. Puck dribbling towards the end boards. Justin Basile on it. Searching for a pass into the neutral zone. Instead, it's intercepted and played back the other way by EI. Good pressure from Trevino, reverses it the other way. Clark gets it, back to Trevino. Tapping it in a little bit deeper, has some teammates there. Trevino gets it back, walking the goal line, puts it out in front, and the slot is heavily contested real estate. Krekow wasn't able to get the shot off. Here's Christian sending it across, the one-timer saved. Great A from Rauscher, keeping it 7-3. Rauscher going to take a lap after that one, mentally resetting. Obviously, he knows he just made a great save, but can't get caught up in that moment. Face off over to the left of Rauscher. He'll track the puck, comes back to the blue line. Basile tied up, somehow keeps it in for Christian Krekow. He'll try to put it out in front of the crease. Instead, it goes below the goal line. Second opportunity. Bulls saw it in their eyes for a second. Instead, Kelly says no, skates it forward. Kelly off sides. Referee's not calling it just yet. Puck takes a couple awkward bounces. Kelly tapping it forward. Fowler had to reset, comes to Basile. Curling in his own zone, will send it off the boards into the neutral zone. Clark steps up onto it. He'll fire it back the other way. Wogelmuth settles the momentum down and leaves it for Basile, pressured instantly by Haynes. Gets it off the boards. Back down low. Haynes coming after it. Does get control. Has some options, but is pressured by 3 Bulls players. Basile will force the turnover and get it over to Kreekow. Christian Kreekow tapping it into the neutral zone. Ahead for Avlonidis. Everyone on sides. Actually, referee is going to say offsides the call. 2:39 to play in the third period. 4-goal lead for the Chiefs. Costa, forehand, glove save Rauscher. Solito will go back into the face-off, has DeBow lining up behind him. Can't win the draw, EI get possession off of it. DeBow keeps it in for a second, EI take it back and Blaszczuk twists it out of the zone. Lazarino gets a little bit more momentum forward. Swept into the offensive end. Losito slowing it down again. He'll watch it sail by him to the left. DeBow pressured. Feeds it forward. DeBow dumped into the corner. Taking a little bit of time to get up, but DeBow will get up. Smithtown Hauppauge off sides for a second. Losito finds possession. Over to Ackerman. Bumped but holds it. Ackerman with it again. To the far side, Kircher with room, trying to drag around DeFalco, will get past him. Kircher with some more nice moves, gets it down low. Kircher looking for the rebound, a diving, sliding save coming out of Kelly. Or make that Blaszczuk actually, was 16, not 86. Blaszczuk, the forward, I would have assumed it would have been Kelly back on defense. 130, puck out in front again on the backhand, save by Rauscher. It gets behind him and cleared to the side. One-timer from the slot. Blaszczuk gets it. Blaszczuk has a man forward. Mazzarone was there for the feed, just never got to him. 1:15 left in the third period. Ackerman onto it. Ackerman pulling up, taking some contacts against Walsh. Blaszczuk comes in, making Mazzarone comes in as well. Now Mazzarone will pressure Kircher and the boards, both restraining the puck in the left wing corner. Less than a minute to play in the third period. Ackerman will take it away. Wheels forward. Ackerman runs into Haynes, slowing down his momentum. Comes back to the neutral zone. Lemaire with good edge work, circling around and dumping it back in. He scores! From the neutral zone, Lemaire makes it 8-3. Lemaire does a great job settling that play down. Throws a strong puck on net. Takes a little bit of a hop, which is what made that save difficult. And goes in. 44 seconds remaining in regulation. EI will probably make their last change for the game as they look to wind this one down into their 15th win of the season. Getting some revenge for September 27th as well. Obviously, that's when the Bulls beat EI 4-2, their only loss of the season. Smithtown Hauppauge dropping ever so slightly a little bit lower. They'll be 12-3-1 after this game, just their third regulation loss of the season. Still a very, very strong season for the Bulls all around. They'll stay in third place at 25 points, and EI will just secure first place ever so slightly further with a total of 30 points on the season. One more face-off win for EI. Get the puck back to Kelly. Loads up for a wrister, comes up high, still loose in the crease. EI get another shot off, deflects wide to the right. 6 seconds make it 5. They look to shove it one more time. Referee will blow his whistle, and that's how we'll end action here for the first game on the South Rinks. EI take it 8-3 in a battle of 1 versus 3. Thank you so much for listening wherever you are in the world, Japan especially, and Quebec, another good one. And we'll see you for the next game here on the South Rinks. It'll be a JV matchup, so don't go anywhere on the LI Sports Network. Once again, East Islip 8, Smithtown Hauppauge 3.